Rockdale to Stewartville. That's where I'm kind of seeing that rotation. And again, there's been observed tornado within this. I'm not sure if it's still on the ground right now. All I see on the report is that this particular storm did produce a tornado. It may continue to produce one. There is that potential out there, and I am seeing that spins is very close to Stewartville along that I-90 corridor. And if this storm holds together, continues that spin, watch this area just east out of Stewartville, around Rochester as well. If you're tuned in from St. Charles, Whitewater areas along that I-90 corridor, almost like the storm is riding really close to that. And we'll watch the area between these thunderstorms as well, as this is just kind of firing up along that line. Here's just the still image. You'll watch the radar loop around it here to just pick up the latest scan within that. So Rochester kind of right in the heart of this thunderstorm. It looks like the potential for some larger hail from the latest report. I know that there was the severe thunderstorm warning is for 2-inch observed hail now for Rochester, not saying within city limits, but this particular storm has a history of producing 2-inch hail. Winds within these thunderstorms aren't the main factor right now. These are mainly hail-producing thunderstorms from Rochester through Red Wing area, but south out of Rochester is where we're watching for that observed tornado. And again, what I'm seeing here is, if you can't really see it on my phone live because I'm sitting on a green screen and it shows all green stuff, but the spin that I'm seeing right now, if you're familiar with Rockdale, it looks like it's just east of that area. It looks like maybe that's a small town just north out of Stewartville. And I would say just west and northwest of Stewartville is where I'm kind of seeing that spin up right now, and this is going to be just southwest of the Rochester city limits as well. So likely somewhere in here between Rochester and Stewartville that we're really going to be paying attention to these storms to continue off toward the east. Now, anyone tuned in from outside the area, or maybe you're tuned in from western Wisconsin, watch over the next hour or two for your area, as this cold front will spark some stronger thunderstorms producing some hail. If you're tuned in Rochester to the southeast, we're watching for storms producing hail and the potential for a tornado, which we've already had observed just southwest of Rochester. The metro kind of leaning toward, we're just about at the tail end of these thunderstorms to move out of the area. It's storming right now around parts of the Twin Cities, but temperatures are cooling off. It's going to turn breezy. It'll be a cold rest of the evening, but give it the next hour or two, and a lot of this activity, the rain out there, the rumbles, the lightning flashes will push eastward, and then right out of the metro, you can see how that's just forming up from Red Wing up through east of Chisago City through Sandstone. This is running into that warmer environment with the higher dew points. So we'll watch for western Wisconsin to spark some of these stronger thunderstorms. Some of these are branching out ahead of it as well, but this is that main front that we're watching down through southeastern Minnesota. So again, anyone just tuned in, or if you've been watching us, or maybe you have us tuned in here down near Stewartville, there is a storm right now that has a history of producing a tornado. Again, this is just south and southwest of Rochester. North of Stewartville is where I'm seeing that spin within that particular storm. This storm is moving around 30 miles per hour off toward the east. So it's moving at a pretty decent pace, but likely going to have some rain, some gusty winds. The main threats right now within these yellow boxed areas is going to be hail, and then within the pink box there, which is actually associated with the yellow one as well, is going to be our tornado warning. The pink box that pops up is a confirmed tornado that has been on the ground. I have not heard any more if it's still on the ground right now, but it still looks like there's just random spins within this particular storm. So the spin ups I'm seeing going to be still right in this area of just northwest of Stewartville. And again, the loop that we're seeing here may be delayed from when the scan is getting all the way into our system, and then on TV from what you're seeing. It may be just a little bit shifted off toward the east. So north out of Stewartville, watch for that too. And again, should be in your safe place anywhere along this I-90 corridor within this box. And if you're tuned in just east of that area, watch this storm. Right now, you want to be totally sky aware here for St. Charles and anywhere along that I-90 corridor off into southeastern parts of Minnesota. That's kind of the latest here that I've seen here. I'm going to take a short break. We'll get a little bit more information, and we'll go back to program here in just a minute for anyone that's been watching golf this afternoon. But we'll continue to stay updated and keep an eye on southeastern Minnesota, western Wisconsin as the rest of the afternoon rolls on for any more storm activity that develops. In the meantime, we'll head back to programming.
All right, that was Jared Piepenberg, and stay tuned here on Fox Weather. That does it for All Day today. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week.